field advantage. The Catamounts, as always, are led by the head coach, Christy Huizenga, been the coach here since 2011, and has really gone step by step up the ladder as far as improving this team year in and year out. 3 trips to the America East semifinals, and last year brought this team to the America East Championship and fell there. Talking to Coach Huizenga today, she talked about the youth that this team has. There's 11 freshmen on the group, and while leading a team to an America East title will take a little more experience than that, she knows it's going to have to be a strong finish not only for the freshmen but for her leaders as well. Those leaders come in Casey Garfinkel, a senior defenseman who's played in 65 career games once this one begins, and then of course Brooke Jenkins, a redshirt senior who's going to have one more year of eligibility with the Cats, but UMass Lowell won the toss and elected to start with the ball, and the most dangerous foot on their roster will start with it. Rachel Morier, a graduate student from Plainstone, New Hampshire, plays the ball back to her defending half, and that's where you're going to see UMass Lowell play the ball for the majority of this game, is from right to left in the defensive side of things. Head coach Mira Novak talked about that being the strategy. Pass the ball. You don't need to necessarily shoot long bombs down the field as they come quickly from right to left now. Emily Nelson, the freshman, plays it there and gives it to Morier before getting it back. Coach Novak said this playing style was very new to his very young team. They have more freshmen than any group in the America East, 12 of them on the roster, and 10 have seen significant playing time. UMass Lowell with the first offensive opportunity here. A pass towards the middle is cut off, and a nice stop there, the first of the night for Casey Lambertson, the sophomore goalkeeper for UVM. Lambertson to boot away now. Ball just bouncing around in the middle, and UVM will take over. Riverhawks get possession themselves. It's the freshman Nelson again, just across the midline. Feeds one down into the corner for Caitlin Vieira, one of the captains on this team, a redshirt junior. 9th all-time in scoring at UMass Lowell. Cats trying to get something going offensively, and we'll just turn the ball back over to a UMass Lowell foot, this time Lily Fabian. Goalkeeper for the Riverhawks is the senior Julia Schneider, who boots that one down. Again, you're going to see UMass Lowell play it in their defensive third more often than not, and not necessarily going for the big boots. Good pressure here defensively from the Catamounts, as Christine Burgesdotter pushes the ball up the left side and now gets it to the right corner. There's Vieira with it on the far side. Across towards the middle is bouncing in front, and Fabian can't get a foot on it, but UVM turns it immediately back over. Centering pass again, looking for Veronica Morier. She puts one towards the net, and the Cats can just kick the ball towards the sideline. Good pressure here from the Riverhawks. There's Veronica Morier, sister of Rachel. The two of them very different, according to the head coach, Mira Novak. But the Cats take the ball the other way. Freshman Alyssa Oviedo brings it up. She pushes one towards the middle and can't connect. Brooke Jenkins was there, that redshirt senior. Coach Huizenga talked about Jenkins' finish and pace and what she provides to this offense. Both her and Garfinkel, leaders among this young group for the UVM Catamounts. As the Cats try to get something offensively going, and the Riverhawks take over once again in their attacking half. There's Vieira. Passes to the left side for the freshman Nelson, who tries to go cross field, but good defense there. UVM pushes the ball, and nobody's there. Looked like Angie Salvi was hoping Jenkins was coming up the left edge, but she wasn't there. So a throw in here for the Riverhawks, and it's immediately turned over. There's Salvi with it at the midfield line. Pushes one up, and UVM comes with speed. Nice battle here between two vets. It's turned over very quickly, and Fabian will go back to her defense. Up the left side now, Julia Rabito gets her first touch and pushes towards Veronica Morier. She looks all the way across the field as they're looking to get it to Caitlin Vieira, the forward on the right side. They'll find Vieira. She dances around, takes her time with it, pushes down low. Veronica Morier tries to center, but a nice sliding stop for the Cats. It'll be the first corner opportunity for either side, and it'll be Christina Barsh to take it for UMass Lowell, looking to get their first opportunity of the game. These two teams very evenly matched. Vermont has just one more conference win as the cross comes in. Morier tries to get a foot on it, won't connect, but a nice play there and a finish. Lily Fabian takes the ball off of Morier's foot, finishes it herself, and it's 1-0 Riverhawks. That's exactly the start that Mira Novak talked about wanting. Said they've kind of struggled to start early. Couple different times against Binghamton and UMBC. Their most recent two close games were down in the first half, and they strike first. UVM looking to answer. Comes in the 16th minute as the Catamounts look to push the ball up the right side and are doing so with some speed, but a nice defensive poke away for Veronica Morier. It's another thing that Novak talked about with Morier. She's the lockdown defense as far as the midfielders go. Cats try to get one quickly up for Oviedo. She keeps it with some finesse and centers one. It's sent back out to the right side. Cats setting up now with Ella Bankert getting pushed towards the sideline, trapped a little, and will just kick the ball out. Was trying to find her forward, but could not do so. 2 shots so far for Lowell, 1 on goal for the Cats. Dancing around with it in the defensive third and fouled was Julia Rabito, her second touch. It's 1-0 Lowell already, and definitely something Coach Novak would be happy about as far as getting his team off to an early start. He joined this program as an assistant coach in 2017. He was an assistant at Merrimack University and took that group to the second round of the NCAA tournament, but really this is his first head coaching gig. Quite the opposite from Christy Huizenga, who's been around the program since 2011 as the head honcho. There's Morier, who puts a nice through ball in for Vieira. She'll chase it down, but she was offside. Cats have clinched the postseason appearance for their 4th in a row. It's the first time the team has done that. Gone to 4 straight American East playoffs. Also be attending their 7th in the last 8 seasons. But still home field advantage on the line in this game, so definitely not taking anything off. Coach Huizenga talked about the fact that the Cats will get a rest after this one. They have a bye at the end of the season. As the freshman Nelson pushes to Vieira. Rookie to vet connection there. Vieira will just come back up to the top for Veronica Morier, who centers it in, and a nice defensive stop there for the Catamounts, but still good pressure from UMass Lowell. That's Rabito up the middle. And a good play by a couple of different Cats. Gets the ball out to Oviedo. Cats trying to push it up. No numbers right now, though. As everyone starts to catch up, it's Alexa Mahali. Mahali tries to push one down, and it's taken away by the Riverhawks, who now come up from right to left. With some good speed here, Christina Barsh pushes to the right side for Vieira. Vieira back to Barsh. Gets up in the corner, looks home, and will just kick it up. She was trying to find Emily Nelson, but Cats were there. Not quite 10 minutes gone by, and it's already 1-0. Cats getting an offensive opportunity here, but quickly squandered. UMass Lowell's all over them when they're in the attacking half. Fed to the right side for Mahali. She'll let that slip off her left foot and roll out of bounds. So UMass Lowell will now come again from right to left. Riverhawks allow 32 goals this season. That's more than just, or less than just one team in America East. But they have scored 28, which is the fourth most in the conference. And that production has nearly doubled the second half of the season. They've only got one loss in the last 5 games and have really put together some nice offense. Cats trying to get the ball in, but another turnover, and seems every time that UVM gets in their attacking third, a turnover. But they have it now on the right foot, and a big boot from the top of the box. Brooke Jenkins gets first real offensive chance for the Catamounts, it seems. Second shot, though. Jenkins last year was second team All-America East. She's a captain on this group right now and leads the team in pretty much anything that counts. Points, goals, shots. Just took her 33rd of the season. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Julia Schneider, who will now boot it up the right side. Mira Novak's strategy of passing ball instead of really direct play, extremely different from what a lot of these women played in high school. When you have a couple of stud athletes, you can just simply get the ball up to them and let them do their thing. But at the college level, it's incredibly different. It takes even more than 11 players. He prides himself on the deep bench that the Riverhawks have with this group and just how strong that can be. Lily Fabian tries to get one inside, but it's turned away by the Cat defense. Oviedo tries to play it up the right side for UVM, but it slips out. The Cats will maintain possession. It's their first throw-in that will be in the attacking third. Just in front of the camera here, Ella Banker to inbound. Banker to sophomore. Started every game this year, had a goal against Sacred Heart. 3 points to her name this season. As we wait for Christine Berry to tie up the laces on the left side there. Berry hasn't gotten a ton of starts. She started against Maine, has 8 starts this season now. As the Cats give the ball back following the throw-in. Laurier sisters are certainly the highlights of this team. As Veronica plays it down, and it's easily defended on the left side. But again, that's set up in the defensive half for UMass Lowell, as Novak says to play it up the left side, and they listen very well. Lily Fabian gets pickpocketed by Mahali, and it'll now come all the way back to the defense for Ella Banker. Ball's popped down the right side and taken over at midfield by the Riverhawks, and now the Cats will take it. There's Mahali again looking to center one, and turned away by a couple of Riverhawks. With speed, Emily Nelson. She finds Vieira, who hasn't had a touch in a couple of minutes. Vieira dancing. Pressured by 2 Cats, and will just go back towards the midfield. Cats have an opportunity to set up a defensive alignment now, as The Riverhawks inbound it. Vieira, you can tell she wants the ball, and it's another thing Mira Novak talked about today was just how important that is in his offensive scheme. Is even if you're under pressure, even if there's kind of any kind of worry that you might get pickpocketed, you got to want the ball in his offensive setup, because they're not just going to send the ball into no man's land and hope somebody can go get it. Wants to develop his players' ability to maintain possession, and now the second corner for the Riverhawks. Cats have yet to have their own. Played up towards the top, and they won't center it. Dribbled right into the middle. Centering pass, bounces towards the goal, and Lambertson didn't have to make a play, but she nearly had to make a couple. Christine Burgestadter was the one who pushed that towards the net. Burgestadter from Iceland. Both sisters of hers played in the Premier League in Iceland. Probably a little bit cooler in Iceland than it is here right now. It's definitely not warm, though. 15 minutes gone by here in the first half. It's 1-0 Riverhawks as the Cats look to get some offense going. It's been a slow-moving day. Coach Huizenga talked about the ability and the need to win this game. The Cats aren't playing for a tie. You're going to see them get more aggressive as the game goes on, especially with this 1-0 deficit. While a tie is nice to get a point out of it, the win is what's going to secure home field advantage. If you tie, you kind of leave it up to everybody else. All teams but Maine will play 2 games this weekend. The Cats, one of the 2 teams that will only play 1. And a long pass down will be whistled for offsides. Cats nearly had a really strong offensive opportunity, but Jenkins just a little bit quick-triggered there, overstepped the lines. It's interesting if you look down at both of these benches when you talk about how Coach Novak likes to get into his bench early and often. Every woman, it seems like, is getting loose down the right side of the booth here, staying loose in the cold temperatures, and anybody ready to go at a moment's notice. There's that long ball from the Catamounts, and it's turned over and sent out of bounds. But the Cats will get a throw in deep into the attacking third here. Working with it on the far side, and now tossing all the way across for Mahali. Mahali tries to make a nice finesse move and is turned away, but right there to help her out, Ella Bankert. Bankert puts one in towards Oviedo, and she's turned away. Defense there from Abigail Drezick. Cat center one here. It's right in front. Opportunity turned away by Schneider. Still another opportunity, and the Cats will have it at the top of the 18. Oviedo in front. A shot and a right corner goal. We're all tied up. Alyssa Oviedo, who has started every game this year as one of the best offensive freshmen, and Christy Huizenga said, watch out for her tonight. She creates a ton of chances. It took her a little bit to catch up with the physicality of this college game, but she didn't need any of it there. She buries one with the left foot, and it's 1-1 with just under 30 to go here in this first half. Second goal of the season for Oviedo. Jenkins gets the assist on it. It's Jenkins' 3rd assist, and Cats better watch out or she'll lead the team in everything. Cats with another opportunity, Oviedo. Pushes in down low for Jenkins. Jenkins centers it again, and good defense there. Dunja Mostrarts, the freshman from Belgrade, Serbia, with the defense on her end, so the Cats will get their first corner. On the far end, it's Alex West, the freshman from New York City, to put one in and give the Cats an opportunity. Tie game could be cracked open here. West centers, and will put it right off the goal. Schneider was there to knock it away, should it be any closer, and she'll start with the ball. Julia Schneider, a senior from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Lowell, Mass, a really cool college town. About 45-minute train from Boston. Cats look to get some more pressure on. Seems like the Oviedo goal kind of sparks a touch of energy. Jenkins brings it up the right side, connects with Oviedo. These two going back and forth seems all night. Ball sent towards the net by Mulholly and corralled there easily by Schneider. Schneider, a 2-year starter for this group, started every game as a junior. She was All-America East second team. She's really been the main goalie for them ever since her freshman year in 2015. She had 80 saves as a freshman. She's third all-time in games and minutes played for the Riverhawks. But UMass with a really good opportunity here. Fabian on the left side tries to put one up towards the top of the box, but the Cats are there to say no. Still pressing is Christine Bergenstotter. She puts one towards the net, and it's played by Morier. Morier to the freshman Nelson. Now to the corner for Vieira. Vieira across, a big opportunity sent just wide. Lily Fabian nearly finished that one. Would have had her second goal of the day. You hear Christy Huizenga getting animated on the Catamount sideline, wanting her players to be a little more physical. As Oviedo puts one with a little finesse to the right side and nearly gets it back. Goal kick here for the Riverhawks. Brooke Jenkins has really been on both sides of the field for the Catamounts. Seen her on both the far and near side, and she keeps trying to get the ball towards the middle, and it seems like Oviedo's feet are always right around it. Riverhawks coming now from right to left as the Cats have dominated the last 5 minutes. Just over 20 gone by. And we're tied up. Ball's at the top for Christina Barsh, who turns the ball over, and UVM tries to get it up the right side, but before Mulholly can find it, it's taken away. Cats now come from left to right as the ball rolls into the mitts of Casey Lambertson. Nice day to be a goalkeeper with some gloves on. Cats looking to get some kind of offense going, but there's Morier to take it away. She's so talented, feeds Emily Nelson. Excuse me, that's Veronica Morier, sister-to-sister connection. Back up to the top, and UMass Lowell puts it in towards Morier, who gives it to Vieira. Vieira likes that corner. She sends it towards the middle for Nelson. Couple ahead, swing past it, and it'll just roll towards the UVM sideline. Punt up the right side for Oviedo. She can't get her head on it, so UMass Lowell will take it. Abigail Drezik with it, pushes towards Veronica Morier. Sister just 10 yards from her. She'll just go all the way back to the right side for Bergenstotter. Bergenstotter to Vieira. One of the best scorers in the conference. Ball sent in for Emily Nelson. Nelson with speed, still with it, tackled right in the box. And everybody on the UMass Lowell sideline besides Mira Novak wants that call. Couple of players, couple of coaches vocal, but Novak relatively relaxed with the reaction. Very level-headed, it seems, Mira Novak. This coaching matchup, we were laughing earlier. Novak, while Christy Huizenga has 7 years of head coaching over him, Mira Novak about a foot taller just by eyeballing it over Huizenga. Tall former soccer player. Cats trying to get some pressure going. Played at St. Francis Xavier University in Canada. Played some semi-pro in the Czech Republic. Here's Fabian up the left side. Now takes it towards the middle. Looking to get an offensive opportunity again. She's been leading the charge much of today. Far side, Caitlin Vieira. Centers one, nobody's home. Cats will just clear off the foot of Mahaly. Oviedo tries to get through midfield. And she's met by a couple of Riverhawks, and they take over. Big space to the left side for UMass Lowell, and they will send it there. Fabian up the left corner. Looking for a centering pass. Gets one towards the net. Veronica Morier is there. She sticks with it, second effort. And a nice couple of headers are very successful as the Cats will clear. Oviedo with it at the midfield. And the Cats another opportunity. Been a while since they've been in the attacking half, and ball just bounces their way on the foot of Alexa Mahaly. She gets it back. Nice move to get around a defender. Now back through him. And the centering pass can't connect with any of her teammates. 20 minutes to go here in this first half of the final regular season game for the Catamounts. The second to last regular season game for the Riverhawks. Left side with speed, Julia Rabito. She's met, and the Cats will just clear the ball out. Veronica Morier will find it at midfield. Likely play it back. That's what Novak would like. Said this style of play was kind of hard to teach his group, but they've really adapted to it. It takes some sacrifices from the way many of them will play or have played in their previous careers, whether it be in high school or even just before he took over. Notice very few long balls to try to get an opportunity. We saw the Cats go with one or two of those so far. Brooke Jenkins was called offside on one of those opportunities. Christy Huizenga talked about the long ball really mostly from Casey Garfinkel, the senior defenseman, and her ability to kind of mix up the pace. While they're not going to go with the long ball more often than not, when Garfinkel can play one deep, it certainly makes a difference. When you've got good speed up in your forwards, it really can be beneficial. Lambertson to boot it away. Sends it towards midfield. And it just bounces over the midfield line before the Riverhawks are there with Christina Barsh. simple change of hands a couple different times, and now finally into one of the team's attacking thirds. It's been a good minute there in this middle third, as it looks like the Catamounts will make their first substitution. Maddie Massengarb will check in. Sliding out, Alexis Mahaly. Alexa Mahaly was really one of the more talked about names. She's on this near side, playing the ball in midfield every time the Cats came up, it seemed. So she slides out. The sophomore Massengarb enters. "16 minutes to go here in this first half. And a turnover for Oviedo. Angie Salvi now has it, taking her time. Pushes towards the middle. And will come all the way back. Up the right side, Ella Bankert can't connect with it. She was fed by Christine Berry. Four shots for the Catamounts tonight. 2 shots so far for the Riverhawks. Lowell, 5th in the conference in shots per game at 13. The Cats average just over 10, and a long ball for Oviedo, and she will be offsides if she gets it. She does, and an offside call will let the Riverhawks take over one more time. Cats setting up that 4-3-3. Mostly what they'll run as far as formations go, and kind of seen more of that 4-1-4-1 look from the Riverhawks, but really it's almost the same concept. It's just the difference between having attacking midfielders or holding midfielders, and seeing the Riverhawks take their time. They've got 2 holding midfielders for most of their opportunities, and just 1 attacking, as Morier sends one towards the middle with her noggin, but it's bounced back towards the Catamounts. Casey Garfinkel cleared it. Riverhawks sustaining the pressure with some finesse passing once again. Barsh looks to the middle for Nelson, who pushes towards Vieira. Another opportunity for Caitlin Vieira. She sends it back to the top for Christine Bergenstotter. Vieira looking back towards Bergenstotter and will find her. Get the sense of a threat here from UMass Lowell. Christina Barsh with it. Looks to the left side. And we'll just get it back. She's running the show here. All the way back to the right side for Bergenstotter, who comes through with speed. Finds Morier in her dangerous toes. She pushes over for Vieira. Vieira looking home and will just send the ball towards the middle, as falling on it. And Lowell wants a handball called there on Jenkins, but she simply fell and seemed to keep the ball above her chest. Brooke Jenkins has had more of an impact than almost any Cat so far tonight. Already an assist, a couple of good defensive plays, and certainly sustaining offensive pressure as well as the wind picks up here at Virtue Field. Lambertson with it now. Goalkeeper who took over for Coco Speckmeyer, and Speckmeyer was a hard act to follow. He had 112 saves last year, 9th most in a season for a Catamount in history. And Lambertson, who played in just 1 game last year as a freshman, gets the big start as a senior and has done pretty well with it. Leads America East in saves with 63. This is the offense that Mira Novak likes, where even though you're in your defensive half, it kind of feels like you're in control, because a long ball like that can make a difference. They try to get the ball up to Morier, but she is quickly denied. Emily Nelson now pushes to the right side. Bergenstotter is pretty deep. She's in the corner. Centering pass for Veronica Morier will not connect with her. It bounces out of bounds as another substitution for the Catamounts. Into the game, Maggie Mateus is taking out Angie Salvi. Mateus, the sophomore from Holmdel, New Jersey. Didn't get playing time last year, but has played in now 13 games as a Catamount this year. Takes it over for Salvi. 11 minutes to go here in this first half as the Cats and the Riverhawks are tied at 1. Following the Riverhawk throw-in, the Cats will take it over in their attacking half and battle for possession, but a foul is called. That's the second so far on the Catamounts. Clean sheet for Lowell in this game. That one on Christine Berry. Coming up the right side, Burgestadter. She's got speed. She used that move a lot, the slide to the left, and she pushes one towards Emily Nelson, but can't connect with her. Nelson, a dangerous freshman, had a 3-goal game against Binghamton a couple of weeks ago. Won America East Rookie of the Week. Asking Coach Novak about her, he pretty much just said that she is there to finish a lot of team opportunities. Dishing out credit to everybody who creates those opportunities, but that every time Nelson's name is called, she rises to the occasion. That's why she's 8th in America East Soccer in points. 7 goals, an assist. Talked about her skill being clinical. Nelson from Peabody, Massachusetts. As the Cats now try to get the ball out of their end, but Nelson's the one that says no with the top of her head. Ball comes back up to the top. Going in with it, here's Barsh. She pushes down low. Game's only goal scorer Fabian can't connect with it, but she just tosses one in, and Barsh gets it again. Is going to cycle it all the way back up top, try to go around. She finds Christine Burgestadter. That same move, sidestep to the left, and Burgestadter with speed. Emily Nelson in front. Back out to Veronica Morier. Down to Caitlin Vieira. Vieira dancing in the far corner. This is back up towards Burgestadter. Centering pass for Rachel Morier. She can't find it. Does on her feet now. A shot towards the goal off the top of the crossbar. Cats looking to clear now. Big clear there, deep in the attacking third for UMass Lowell. But Casey Lambertson's best friend, the white iron horizontally, saves the goal. And that keeps the game tied. Into the game for the Riverhawks, Kara Fleet. She replaces Caitlin Vieira. Vieira has had herself an evening already in that far corner. Most of the UMass Lowell opportunities coming from that side. Riverhawks to inbound. They do, and they get it towards the top for Burgestadter, who sends one towards the middle. Emily Nelson there for a second chance. And already getting a chance there, Kara Fleet. Fleet, a redshirt freshman from Halifax, Nova Scotia. A little bit closer to home here in Vermont. Cats looking to get the ball out. Good battle on the left side, but will result in a foul against the Riverhawks. That is their first. Garfinkel to put the big boot on this one. Another strength of her repertoire that has been so helpful to Hyzenga in this group. The right side, here's Ella Bankert. She takes it to the middle now. Now goes across to the left. Pushes one down low, and the Cats are trying to sustain some kind of offensive pressure, but they turn the ball over. Christina Barsh up the right side. Barsh with speed, defended by a couple of Cats, and it's nearly poked away, and the Catamounts will come up with it, but then turn the ball back over. Dangerous Morier brings it in, puts the ball in the air, and it goes out of bounds, so will be a goal kick here. Excuse me, an offside call there. Six minutes to go. We're in the first half. We are all tied up, and a substitution again into the game for UMass Lowell. Hallie Anderson. She takes out Julia Rubito. Rubito, the midfielder, who's helped out Christina Barshin, kind of quarterbacking this offense so far. As Lambertson's boot is met by UMass Lowell right at the top, and Burgerstotter will take it over. She passes back now. Setting up in their defensive third, and they're going to look to the left side. Here's Anderson's first touch. She goes to Veronica Morier. She's looking for somebody. Can't find anybody, but then gets a nice give-and-go opportunity, and it's Anderson up the middle. Back to Barsh to the top. Barsh a feed way down low. Trying to center it now. Cats playing solid D in the corner and will nearly get the ball out, but Morier's there to say no to that. And finally, they just get it towards the sideline. Kara Fleet with it on the throw-in. A reserve who entered this game just a couple of minutes ago. Burgerstotter puts one towards the net, where it bounces out towards Hallie Anderson. Busy already is Anderson. She fields Fabian, and back to Anderson. Cats nearly get the ball back, but Christina Barsh takes over at the top. And she looks backwards. 4 minutes to go here in the half. Riverhawks setting up. Novak yelling from the bench, take your time. And they will go all the way back to Schneider. Schneider looking for a big leg, goes little instead. As open on the left side is Anderson. She plays it with her right toes and then sends it back. Abigail Drezick. Long ball, looking for Morier. Instead finds Fabian. She spins with it. Looks to the middle, finds Nelson. Nelson from the 18, looks for Morier, and a nice defensive stop there. Morier still with it, though. Carries it into her own corner. It's quickly knocked away. Good effort from the Catamounts there to get back into their defensive third and stop a big chance for the Riverhawks. Still 1-1, 4 shots aside. As Morier brings it in, looks to the middle. Garfinkel throws her leg at it to say no. Another shot towards Lambertson is easily corralled by her. And she will just get the ball out. Cats have 3 minutes to look for a offensive chance here. As it comes up towards midfield, and Catamounts seem to be maintaining possession, but then turn the ball over towards Anderson. Anderson on the left side. Pushes it up, give and go, looked at, but stripped away. Cats trying to get the offense going. Up the right side, Mateus. Mateus has Urich and will choose to keep it herself. Go down towards the freshman Oviedo. Urich's there to help her out. Comes back up to the top for Ella Bankert. Bankert Looks to the middle for Mateus. Finds her. And the ball will just be kicked out of bounds. Cats have 2 minutes here, looking to get an offensive chance before we head to halftime. Wind dying down slowly, but blowing towards the UMass goal down the right side. Here's Oviedo on the throw-in. Sends one towards the net, but it's backed right to her. Cats put one towards the net, but it's corralled quickly by Schneider. Now they want to go with speed. 1:30 to go in the half. Emily Nelson across midfield. She's poked away. Nice job there. Here's Bankert. Sends it back to Lambertson. Either side's going to have to work with speed as the Cats try to get a long ball to Oviedo, but no luck. Up the right side, Drezik looking for Burgestatter. She will get it in the far corner. 60 seconds to go in the half. Here's Morier at the back line, sends it towards the middle, and the Cats looking to get a foot on it. They do successfully and just kick the ball out. Christine Barsh takes over, though, finds Nelson. Back up to Burgestatter. Kick towards the net, and bounces towards the goal. Big opportunity, but sent wide. Lily Fabian nearly had her second tally of the night. Just looked to get it around Lambertson, but was unsuccessful. Still tied at 1, 20 seconds to go. See what the Cats want to do with this. Lambertson takes her time, sends a big boot towards midfield, where it will just bounce out of bounds. 10 seconds to go. River Cats not sitting on it, though. And now they will. It started with a long throw from Burgestatter, but Emily Nelson decides just to tap it back to her, so that brings us to the half. Scores 1-1, 5 shots aside, and we won't know what's going on in America East playoffs until at least another 45 minutes. We'll be back in 15. You're listening to NCAA Soccer from Catamount TV.
Women's soccer senior defender Casey Garfinkel, an elementary education major, is our TD Bank Student Athlete of the Week. In a 2-0 week for the Catamounts, Garfinkel scored 2 of Vermont's goals, her first goals of the season, and assisted on a third. She delivered the game winner in a 2-0 win over New Hampshire and scored the first goal in a 2-1 overtime win at Maine. With the win over the Black Bears, Vermont clinched a spot in the America East tournament for the 4th straight year. Hey everyone, Pete Estes here. Welcome to Catamount Weekly, presented by NFP. We'll head outside to start today's show as a pair of weekly awards belong to the postseason-bound women's soccer team. Sophomore keeper Casey Lambertson picked up Defensive Player of the Week honors, and Alyssa Oviedo was named Rookie of the Week. Lambertson backboned the Cats to a 2-0 week, stopping 7 of the 8 shots she faced. She recorded her 4th shutout of the season in a 2-0 win over UNH. Oviedo scored her first career goal in the 92nd minute to give the Cats a 2-1 overtime win at Maine. The rookies' walk-off winner helped the Cats secure a spot in the Americas tournament for the 4th straight season. Vermont's regular season finale takes place tonight out at Virtue Field when UMass Lowell pays a visit. The Cats and Riverhawks kick off at 7 o'clock on Rally Around Mental Health Night. While we're on the topic of postseason and overtime winners, the field hockey team clinched a berth in the conference tournament thanks to a Jackie Gillen double overtime winner at UMass Lowell last weekend. It's Vermont's first postseason appearance since 2015. The Cats travel to Palo Alto, California for the conference tournament, which begins on November 1st. In the meantime, the squad hosts 2 games this weekend. Colgate is in town Friday afternoon, and New Hampshire visits on Sunday afternoon for Military Appreciation Day presented by Milton Cat. One more weekly award to get to today. Men's cross-country sophomore Matt Hines won the 8K race at Vermont's Fall Foliage Invite and picked up America East Male Performer of the Week honors. Hines guided the Cats to a team victory up at Hardack and topped his personal best time by nearly 45 seconds. Next up for the Cats is the America East Championship on October 27th at Mine Falls Park in Nashua, New Hampshire. Last weekend, basketball season ticket holders got their first look at both the men's and women's basketball teams, which can only mean one thing: the season is right around the corner. Both teams met with media members earlier this week to chat about the upcoming season.
All that starts in practice, consistent every drill, consistent mentally, physically, like just staying on top of the game. Crest likes to talk about win every drill, and that's a big focus this year, and hopefully that will translate to the games.
Practices have been going really well, and the guys are really dialed in and working hard day in and day out. And with such a young group, it's a big learning process we're going through and trying to get them up to speed and trying to get the freshmen to not be freshmen, trying to get the sophomores to really grow up, like Coach Becker's talking about. But practices have been going very well. We're competing, at a level that we haven't competed in a while, I feel like, and everybody's trying to prove themselves, and it's a battle day in and day out.
That's all for us today on Catamount Weekly presented by NFP. Plenty more to come next week right here on Catamount TV.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you rent or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Get 0% for 60 months on new Cat equipment. Call or visit a Milton Cat location.
How hard the guys have played day to day has been really impressive, especially for a younger group. And that has given us a chance to be good defensively. I think this team has a chance to be really good defensively because of our size and athleticism. The court just looks smaller out there, and we've been really working a little bit more on offense early in the year just to get the guys comfortable with our offensive system and our motion offense. And the practice we had in the summer certainly helped with the Canadian trip, and getting 4 hours to work with the guys in the summer, I think has helped us be a little bit farther along than I expected with such a young group.
I'm really happy about this year, and I feel like this is one of my favorite teams I've ever been on, just as far as the chemistry goes. So I think we did a really good job with bringing in the freshmen and the younger guys and really getting connected over the summer, which was probably the first step when you're bringing in a new team. So I think we're in a great place, and I know we have a lot of work to do, but I'm really excited about what we have looking forward.
Practices have been going really well, and the guys are really dialed in and working hard day in and day out. And with such a young group, it's a big learning process we're going through and trying to get them up to speed and trying to get the freshmen to not be freshmen, trying to get the sophomores to really grow up, like Coach Becker's talking about. But practices have been going very well. We're competing, at a level that we haven't competed in a while, I feel like, and everybody's trying to prove themselves, and it's a battle day in and day out.
The older guys are really pushing the younger guys to feel how important it is to be locked in and focused right now. So even though a lot of them haven't played a significant role in a championship game, they feel our energy, and we bring it every practice and show them this is what it has to be like if we want to get back to where we were. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be really fun, and we're really excited to go to a historic place and a top team in Kansas, and then to Louisville as well. So it's a good opportunity for us to learn, to get better, and the main thing is obviously we want to win, but the main thing is that we want to get better to win 3 games in March. That's the main focus, is to get back to that level, and hopefully be playing our best basketball then.
Respect is hard work, respect is dedication.
Respect is earned on the court or on the field.
Respect doesn't judge based on sexual orientation or gender identity.
Respect is being the first conference to partner with the You Can Play project.
And the first conference in the LGBT Sports Safe Founders Club.
Respect coaches, players, and the game.
Respect similarities.
Respect differences.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
Hey, I lost my debit card. Do you guys do instant replacement? What just happened?
Check your wallet.
No. No way. Your debit card should arrive in 7 to 10 business days.
It's time to bank human again. Get debit cards on the spot and deposit checks right from your phone at TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Food for thought.
It's more than a common phrase.
It's the intellectual nourishment that surrounds us at the University of Vermont.
Those ideas.
That atmosphere, those classes that get us up in the morning
and keep us up at night. Food for thought connects us to other hungry thinkers. Thinkers who will change your world. Like this one.
Or even this one.
All the food for thought in the world is on the menu at the University of Vermont.
Let's dig in.
Well, it's hard because you have so many upperclassmen and so many freshmen, so the learning curve is bigger than normal. Freshmen can't be freshmen, unfortunately and fortunately. And so I would say when we challenge them, there is no letdown. So in practice, when we have that gap where things aren't going as well as we wanted it, we got to challenge them and stay on top of them. We don't let it fly. And some days they respond quickly. Some days it takes a little bit longer. So that's on our side as coaches to just help them stay confident when things aren't going well and pick it up. Find a way to be successful even when things aren't going our way.
I think just kind of admitting to that our consistency is the problem has been like the first big step. And so Coach Kraft has been really good about that in practice. So like we might be going on a roll of hustle plays and rebounds, but if there is, one mistake, not any mistake, but something like effort, then we're on top of it and we wipe the board, so just getting on top of that and admitting that like consistency is one of our biggest problems has been a step in itself. It's a whole new team with so many new freshmen coming in, or like half the team, new personalities, new styles of play, just adjusting.
Patience is a big key right now for all of us. There's a lot of learning for multiple levels of plays, but personalities, style of play. So we're really just trying to be patient through the rough times of figuring this out. I'm asking a lot of our players, I really am, but I think they're capable of it. And I think the upperclassmen mentoring the underclassmen and helping through when we do demand a lot of them has been a really good thing for this program.
All of us upperclassmen have focused on taking that leadership role of like knowing what the coaches want and translating that the best we can to new minds and new experiences.
If you want to win, well, in order to win, you got to do the little things and win at the little things. Win at study hall, being there, being active, winning by being on time for treatment, winning the drill, winning the practice. So I think the more we talk about it and hone in on it, the only thing it can do is help us, I think, in the long run.
Welcome back to Virtue Field. 45 minutes to go. It's the second half of action between the UMass Lowell Riverhawks and the UVM Catamounts. You're listening to NCAA Soccer here on Catamount TV. Thanks for joining us, everybody, spending your Thursday evening on the pitch. I'm Michael Lear here with you to carry you through the final 45 of a game with big implications as far as the playoffs go in America East standings. In just their 5th season as a D1 program, Riverhawks looking to tally their first playoff appearance in the America East playoffs, and the Cats have already clinched the spot, but looking for home field advantage. Of note, in a tie game that's 1-1 right now, the Riverhawks average 96 minutes per game. They have played 6 overtime games, and more often than not end up playing more than 90 minutes. The Cats have had a handful of overtime games as well, including 2 in America East play. A 2-1 win against Maine just a couple of days ago when Alyssa Oviedo had an absolutely gorgeous goal to end that one and give the Cats the win, a 2-1 win. And then a 1-1 tie against Hartford. Hartford, the best team in the conference, is undefeated, and they've beaten everybody besides the Cats. As we get set for the second half, and we're officially underway. Long ball to start it off from Casey Garfinkel, who just sends the ball down to start the attack, or try to at the very least. Cats coming from right to left in the whites, and in the dark blues are the Riverhawks. It was a fun first half, dominated mostly by UMass Lowell, but the Cats had a good stretch of 5 or 8 minutes where they were in the driver's seat. Came up with a goal out of it. Alyssa Oviedo was the one who rang the bell. Assist from Brooke Jenkins, the redshirt senior. Riverhawks looking to get the ball into their attacking half to start off the second frame. And they do so. Starters mostly out for both sides, as the Cats are now retreating. And Veronica Morier feeds down the right side for Caitlin Vieira. She had an active first half, and she tries to get it in herself, but is turned away. Here's Kristen Burgestader, puts one towards the net. It bounces in front, still loose. Morier's there, but could not finish. And Lambertson will just send it the other way. Veronica and Rachel Morier, the lead attackers for this group so far. One non-starter in the game is Kara Fleet. She came in late in the first half and remains out there to start the second. Playing at the forward on the left side now is Fleet. Pushes towards the middle, but the Cats take over. It's met at the midline and bounces around there a little bit as the Riverhawks now come from left to right. Looking for Vieira, finds Vieira. She's got Burgestader with speed up the right side, who finds Morier. This one's Veronica, the younger sister of Rachel, who pushes the ball down low, and Vieira can't find it, so UVM, will take over. A couple minutes gone by here, still tied in the second half. As the Catamounts look to sustain any kind of offensive pressure, but Burgestader takes that one away. She finds Rachel Morier. And a nice defensive play, well outside the 18 from Casey Garfinkel. Garfinkel certainly knows how dangerous Morier can be, and Christy Huizenga, even without asking, just straight up brought up Rachel Morier and just how dangerous she can be. She's second all time in both goals and points among Riverhawk history, behind Jackie McLean, who put up 79 career points. And while Rachel is an outstanding talent, she's got 66, so would need 13 more career points, and that would certainly take a long ride into the NCAA tournament and some stellar end of the season for her to catch her before she graduates, and according to Coach Novak, is really looking to play professionally. She wears 10 in blue, is backing away from the Catamounts, who have a set piece now. 2 fouls so far for both sides as the Riverhawks commit their second. Big ball from Garfinkel is sent towards the middle, and a body laid in the box, but no penalty called. And not really much of an argument from either side. It was a clean tackle there. Julia Schneider to get the ball out of her defensive third. Seen her go both deep and short with these goal kicks. And that one about midway through the defensive half as the Cats try to take possession away, but a foul called right on the other side of the midfield line. Riverhawks off the set piece will come to the right side for Kristen Burgestadter. She pushes down low. Now Vieira has it. Flicks one in the air. Here's Veronica Morier. Gets through a defender, and it rolls towards the goal as doesn't look like Garfinkel touched it, so another goal kick for Casey Lambertson. Lambertson starting her 14th game as a Catamount this year. Put up nearly 1,200 minutes of America East play. She punts one down the left side, and it will just be popped into the air and sent back towards the Cats as another foul called against the Riverhawks. It's Alex West who was playing it as Garfinkel, the senior, looks to send one deep, and that's the variety she provides to this offense. Connects with Jenkins. And now it's on the left side for Mahali, who tries to center one, but too much pressure, turns the ball over. She nearly gets the takeaway, but really smooth passing from the Riverhawks there. Vieira up the right side. Can't connect with Kara Fleet. Fleet puts it back to Vieira. And now it's at the top for Christina Barsh. Really been a driving force behind this midfield so far tonight. She had 2 assists last week and is a key part of this offense. Cats trying to do something defensively, turn it into offense. They do with Jenkins with speed. She's got no numbers and sends one all the way into the attacking third, but it'll just roll towards Lambertson. UVM will get a bye week after this, and a bye week is really just a weekend off as every other team in America East besides Maine plays 2 games this weekend. Maine is off tonight. They're right on the brink of elimination. UMass Lowell will play Stony Brook on Sunday, which is an absolutely massive game for them, no matter which way this one shakes out. Cats turn the ball over. Will be a goal kick for Schneider. Just looking at the America East standings, Hartford is pretty much locked up the top spot. 5-0-1, 16 points at the number 1 spot, and it'd be hard for anybody to catch them, while there's a couple scenarios where they do get caught. As UMass Lowell is actually one of the teams that can do it. They could finish anywhere between 1st and 7th. They could be the top team and get a bye, or they could be out of the playoffs, depending on how this all shakes out. A point here for them would be big, but it would not seal the deal to get them in the playoffs. A win certainly would. Control your own destiny. That's the message right now for the Riverhawks, as ball is really just sitting in the middle third of the field, as neither side can get anything going here. Playing it on the left side, Abigail Drezik tries to push it up. Now at midfield, Morier turns it over to the Cats. And coming with it on the left side, Mahali. She's not going to get to play it as the foul call finally gets across, and was a foul right at midfield. 4th one for the Catamounts, 2nd of the half. We'll have to do that again. Rest of your America East standings, the Number 2 team is Stony Brook, and Vermont is locked with them, but Stony Brook has the tiebreaker. So the top 2 teams in the conference will get a bye going into the playoffs, and the Cats would need to win here to have any shot at that, because they'd have to top Stony Brook, who very likely is going to get a point some point in the next couple days. Right side, here's Morier. She centers one. Header into the air from her sister is over the net and out of play. The Morier connection, Veronica to Rachel, nearly broke open this tie, but a nice stop there. And the Cats will send a goal kick the other way. Casey Lambertson to boot it. Puts it down the left side, and it's taken away by Vieira. Caitlin Vieira with speed, a good opportunity. Looks towards the middle for Rachel Morier and can't connect with her. She had to backtrack. Cats trying to clear it, but still pressure from the Riverhawks. Here's Rachel down low to Caitlin Vieira. Vieira double teamed, and ball just poked out of bounds. Christine Burgestadter will be the throw-in. And she tosses it towards Veronica Morier, who just puts it in the air with the back of her head. Stays with it, though, and it'll just roll out of bounds. A goal kick coming up for Lambertson. So UVM does not have the tiebreak over Stony Brook or Albany. Albany sitting with 10 points along with UMass Lowell. A lot of things could change in the next couple days, as Albany today playing UMBC, who's been eliminated. And they're only 3 points behind the Catamounts. Cats need a massive win to lock up home field. UMass Lowell sitting tied for 4th with Albany. And then New Hampshire and Binghamton are right on the edge. If that game between New Hampshire and Binghamton ends in a New Hampshire win today, Binghamton would be eliminated. That would pretty much seal the deal as far as what 6 teams are in. Because if Binghamton is eliminated, then that's also a clinch for UMass Lowell. They have the tiebreaker over Binghamton, so a win for New Hampshire would seal the deal as well, but a win here for the Riverhawks is certainly a more energetic and kind of a motivating way to clinch the spot, as you get to celebrate and know that you've taken your team to the first ever America East playoffs in school history. First ever conference playoffs in Division I. As Vieira is trying to chase down a ball with a big opportunity and swiped away by Lambertson. Cats need to get the ball out, playing a lot of this half in their defensive third. Long ball up the left side is sent back into the Cats area, as Jenkins has it up the left edge. She pushes up towards Mateus. Not a starter, but came in late in the second half, or first half rather. Playing it on the left side, Alex West towards the net. It'll just bounce past Oviedo and into the midst of Julia Schneider. Schneider, a captain on this group. 6th in America East this year with 61 saves. West playing it for the Cats in the defensive half. Looks up the left side. Finds Mateus. Mateus plays it back. Garfinkel, a big boot down the left side for Jenkins. She's trying to beat out a defender. Won't be able to do so. And it'll be sent back towards the top of the box, where Oviedo looks for an interception. But UMass Lowell takes over. Right side now, Christine Berry. She pushes straight to the middle for Angie Salvi. Played most of that first half, Salvi did. And they're going to send it all the way back to Lambertson. Not quite 15 minutes gone by here in the second half. Locked at 1. 6 shots so far for the Catamounts. 1 in the half. And UMass Lowell, while they've led the attacking portion of this game, hasn't actually had a second half shot. Seems like we've been in the third to the right of your screen, but not officially had a shot. It's a brisk night here at Virtue Field. The real feel is in the low 30s, wind howling, and competition just heating up. The Catamount faithful are cuddled up on the far side. You can see them in the green seats there. As UVM looks to get their first offensive opportunity and will be unsuccessful, but both teams are going to bring in subs. It's going to be Maddie Massengarb for the Catamounts and Emily Nelson, who got a rest to start the half, but it'll be very likely she finishes this game. That'll wait for a whistle, though. Cats come from right to left, and ball is just sent down into the feet of Dunya Mosterarts. She finds Christina Barsh. Barsh with speed, pushes to the left side, as coming out to play it, Lambertson, and a sliding kick away. Good job there. Lily Fabian, who has already tallied 1, is really active on the far side offensively for this group. This is the 6th meeting between these two teams in their history. And last year it ended in a 2-2 tie. This year, we're locked at 1. Trying to change it, the Riverhawks bring the ball into their attacking third and will be quickly sent home. Nelson with her first touch of the second half. Has it on the right side, pushes towards Vieira. Vieira pushes one towards the middle, and it's corralled there. Barsh now with it, splits the D. Garfinkel there to punt that one out of way. Nice defensive step up there for the senior, where Barsh was coming with speed. If she makes one more move, she's very well gone and all alone with Lambertson. Riverhawks really cramming in pressure here. Long ball sent up for Veronica Morier, and they're going to leave that one for Lambertson as well. Veteran presence from Caitlin Vieira to just let that one keep rolling, put a little body on the attacker, and let her goalkeeper take care of it. Schneider's been solid between the pipes so far tonight. As Barsh comes yet again with speed. How many times have I said that one? On the right side, here's Vieira. Looks home. Gets it back. Shot from the 18, right into the chest of the keeper, Lambertson. Well done there. First big save of the half as the Cats look to get some kind of offense going, and Lambertson puts foot on it, but sends it up towards Caitlin Vieira, who's met by West. She beats West, plays to the middle for Veronica Morier. Sent all the way to the far side for Fabian. She nearly lets it roll out, but a good stop there. Here's Veronica Morier again at the top of the 18, and offsides called deep in the attacking third for UMass Lowell. Just about 15 yards off the end line. They had a nice opportunity, so it'll just be sent out by the keeper, Lambertson. Lambertson's posted 3 clean sheets so far this season. Most recently at New Hampshire just a couple of weeks ago. She was stellar against Maine. A 2-1 victory for the Cats came an overtime thriller to clinch the playoff spot. Cats trying to get the offense going now. Been a little while. Up the right side, centering pass for Oviedo. Can't connect with her, but it bounces up towards the top. Here's Massengarb. She centers one. Opportunity for West, and she's quickly punched away. Excuse me, that was Brooke Jenkins down there. Cats trying to sustain the offense now. As they're finally in the attacking third, it's Jenkins putting pressure on the defense. UMass Lowell wants to go cross field. They do so successfully, but it comes back to the foot of Schneider. Right side, here's Dunya Mostrarts. She finds Bergenstotter, a little drop pass for Caitlin Vieira. Vieira dances around as Mostrarts sends it off the chest of a UVM defender, and UMass Lowell sustaining the ball now. This is the offense that head coach Maura Novak loves to run. Just maintain possession, be patient with your opportunities, and that's what they've been so far tonight. Catamounts pushing the ball up the left side. Here's Mateus, and she lets it skip away. Christy Hazenga was telling Mateus to really focus on using the defender as a sideline when UMass is coming up with some speed. Good defensive play there. That was Anna Keimel. Keimel, the senior from Newton, New Jersey. As the Cats look to sustain pressure, and time is called. No foul called, but simply time, as looks like that's Caitlin Vieira on the right side, and she seems to be okay, just walking it off. Her captain, Morier, is checking on her. Vieira, of course, another captain on this group and an essential part of their offense, so you don't want to lose her. You don't want to have her not 100%. And now the referee is looking to put the ball I believe on the foot of a Riverhawk, who will just play it back towards the goalkeeper. Schneider trying to start the offensive attack. 24 minutes to go in the game, and we're tied. UMass Lowell takes over at midfield, and they've been wildly successful taking over the ball at midfield, especially when the Cats have a goal kick and trying to spark the offense. Sent down low for Veronica Morier. She pushes to the middle. Here's Vieira. Over to the other Morier. Back to her, towards the net, and it skips away. But another sharp opportunity. That one was for Emily Nelson. Into the game now for the Catamounts. Maggie Mateus will have a seat as Petrusha checks in. Excuse me, that's Allie Price. Price, the freshman, who has started each of the last two games, coming in as a reserve off the bench tonight. Started and finished the game against Maine. 23 minutes to go. Action about to get real tense, as Christy Huizenga has said it. We're not here to tie. We're here to win this thing. Will be 2 overtime periods if we remain tied all the way through. Last overtime game for the Cats was just a couple of days ago at Maine. A Sunday victory. Last overtime game for the Riverhawks was against New Hampshire. They ended up with a 0-0 tie in that one. Ball played up the left side and will now come back towards West. She looks in. Cats just playing it back in their defensive third now. Massengarv getting a couple of nice touches as the Cats push it down into the offensive zone now. Brooke Jenkins with it. Fought off the ball. Trying to sustain some kind of pressure while UMass tried to break it out, and foul called is now the 5th on the Catamounts. Cats swarming in the offensive half of the field, really. As Natalie DeRio is looking to check in for the Catamounts. Sent in towards Rachel Morier. Relatively quiet by her standards so far tonight, but still a piece of that attack. Cats take over, though. It's Oviedo. She looks up the right side, turns it over, and then commits the foul. And a little extra words from Christina Barsh, but the referee will take care of that, and Oviedo will keep a cool head, jog back. Shots are even, 6 aside, as UMass Lowell looks to start their attack. Played a lot of this second half in the middle half of the field, really. With it on her right foot, Dunya Mostrarts. Punts to the right side. And it's just sent back. Oh, but here come the Cats. It's Allie Price. She's got some legs and is quickly tapped away by Lily Fabian. Fabian's just been all over the place. She didn't start the opener of this season, but had 3 shots in relief of that game, earned the start. She works with the ball now. She's now started 14 of 15 games and has made an immediate impact when you're a relatively new coach in Mira Novak and you get all these freshmen. Got to figure out what to do with them, and boy, has he found a good starting forward in Lily Fabian. From Monson High School in Monson, Massachusetts, as Barsh carries the midline and kicks all the way to the far side. Bringing it up there, Vieira, who's now flip-flop sides as Fabian's in on the right. Barsh gets it back, pushes up towards Veronica Morier. Morier will feed it to her defense. Here's Mostrarts. She goes to the right side. There's Fabian. Tries to push it around West, is unsuccessful as Garfinkel punts that one over the fence and into the practice field behind us. West strips the ball out of the feet of Fabian and returns it to the defense, who sends it back the other way. 2 freshmen battling it out there as the ball is played back towards the feet of Julia Schneider. Goalkeeper sends it down. Nobody's touched it yet. Morier is the first to do it. She feeds it to her sister, who tries to come with speed up the right side, but it just pops up. There's Morier, just on the outside of the circle. She turns the ball over, a rare occasion on her part. Ella Bankert will go with it. She pushes up the right side as the Cats look for Mateus. Mateus brings it up in the corner, puts it in the middle. Cross opportunity, and the ball rather is just forced down behind the end line. We will have a goal kick, and jogging all the way up from midfield will be Garfinkel to put this one towards the middle. Angie Salvi checks back in for the Cats, as does Eliza Green for the first time. Green, another freshman, playing in just her 5th game, but a big spot for it. Garfinkel to put the corner into play. It's up. Popped into the air. Second chance opportunity, Oviedo. Third chance for the Cats. It rolls away. A nice defensive play there. Boy, the Cats had one of the best offensive opportunities either side has had in the half, but there to meet it, Dunya Mostrarts. Still an opportunity for UVM here as they maintain possession. Ball sent towards the middle. Oviedo can't find it on her feet, and it will just go back the other way. In the middle of the attack is Natalie DeRio for the Cats. A very young group of forwards out right now for UVM. Still trying to sustain some pressure as the ball's up the right side. Good passing in the defensive zone. That's what we've seen from UMass Lowell really all night, is that triangle passing to clear the ball out. Cats looking to take advantage of a turnover. Ball back in the feet of the goalkeeper, Schneider, who will simply go short with it. Look to set up in the defensive third. Good pressure from the Cats, but Morier still has it on her right foot. And Moschartz is still looking to get it up. She goes cross field. They come up the left side with speed and Morier. She splits a couple of defenders, tries to split a third, and just can't do so. Veronica Morier with it now, tosses back to Moschartz, who goes across the field for Abigail Drezik. That's Drezik on the far side with it now. Brings it up, looks in, and takes it herself. She crosses into the attacking area, sends it towards the middle, and a big head from Lily Fabian can't connect with it. But good pressure there from UMass Lowell, and it will be a goal kick. Check that. It's going to be a set piece, I believe. A corner, rather. Excuse me. So they decide the ball was off a Cat, not off a Riverhawk. So a big corner here, and it's going to come off the foot of Rachel Morier. She looks in towards the box, and with 15 minutes to go, this is one of the better opportunities. Morier, the boot. In towards the middle. Bounces in front. Garfinkel says no. Beautiful stop there for Casey Garfinkel. Second chance for Morier. This time saved by Lambertson, and the Cats clear. Well done from the UVM defense there as the clock keeps ticking, and we're still tied thanks to the veterans. Julia Schneider, Casey Lambertson, who's become a veteran, and Casey Garfinkel, who has been here now 4 seasons, and she plays every day. She plays all game for plays just like that. Steps up and denies the big corner. Cats trying to get their offense going a little bit. Once again, been a while since they've been in the attacking half. Here's Moschartz again, quarterbacking the defense. Looks deep this time. Fabian can't find it, as a nice defensive play from the freshman Price. They look for Price down the left side, but Moschartz is there to deny it and will just feed Schneider, who plays it up again the left side. 14 to go in the game. Brooke Jenkins is going to check back in for the Catamounts, as both teams pretty much ready to go guns blazing. Until she does, though, it'll be nice pressure from this offensive young group of freshmen. Good speed up the right side here. Barsh looks home, finds Emily Nelson. Nelson's been quiet here in the second half. Here's Rachel Morier. Back to Barsh. Dangles over to the left and gives it back to her captain. Morier, very dangerous. Had 2 goals here last year. Sends one high and wide. So into the game now, Brooke Jenkins for the Cats. And she takes out Alyssa Oviedo. Oviedo has played most of this game, and she gets a quick rest. See if she comes back in, as she's the game's only goal scorer from the Catamount side of things. UVM sends the ball down, and a foul called just on the other side of midfield. Cats are now well behind in the foul category. They've committed 7. UMass Lowell, 4 on that side. Morier with the big set piece here. She sends it towards the front, but it's denied by the Catamounts and comes back out to her. Foul called on the far end. I believe Hallie Anderson was ticketed with that one. Anderson, the freshman from Stonington, Connecticut. Rachel Morier, you've seen a lot more of her here in this second half, and you can't say enough about her, really. And Seems like Coach Novak couldn't either. Talked about her being a role model as a professional. She lets the ball roll over the top of her head and down the right side. Cats trying to get some pressure. Expecting to play professional soccer if it all goes her way. So kind of a dual set of motivation for her as the Cats get their first chance. Ball pass to the middle. Jenkins looks to finish it, but a couple of good defensive plays there for Mostra Arts and her goalkeeper Schneider there to help her out. Jenkins has only been in the game in the second half for a couple of minutes, but has already made an impact. Christy Huizenga mixing up the offensive attack to try to get something going. And a little confusion between the referees, and decision is made, so the Cats will get the ball. Casey Garfinkel to start things off. Just over 10 to go. Garfinkel puts the rock on it. Sends it towards the 18. It's tipped up in the air. Here's Jenkins. She can't finish. Big opportunity there. Just couldn't get on her foot. So the Cats will have to reset. Schneider to boot the ball away. She's second in wins all time in UMass Lowell soccer history. Again, a win for the Catamounts clinches one more game here at Virtue Field. There's Mostra Arts setting up for the Riverhawks. She'll just send the ball to the right. It's Burgestadter. Looks for Fabian, and no connection there. Ball will just skip out of bounds as the Cats were there defensively with Eliza Green. Green hasn't had many offensive touches in the midfield, but has made a couple of nice defensive plays so far. Here's Burgestadter again. She's got that great sidestep from right to left that seems to use almost every time she gets the ball in her feet. Cats pushing a little bit of pressure on UMass Lowell, and it ends up working as Hallie Anderson turns the ball over. Back into the game for UVM, Maggie Mateus, and Alex West is going to check in at the next whistle, not this one. So sliding out, Natalie DeRio, and freshman really just did her job well there. Just came in for what she had to get in here for and was incredibly efficient with the ball. One of the only Vermont natives in this program, a freshman from Heinsberg, Vermont. Cats looking to start the offense. On the right side, the far side, Angie Salvi punts one down for Jenkins. Jenkins looks towards the front, sends it high, deep, and out of here. So West comes in this time and slipping out of the game, Eliza Green. So the freshmen, again, just kind of doing their duties and filling up a couple of important minutes, but not a single drop in it. 11 freshmen on this team. It's nearly half the roster. But when called upon, they can hang on to things, and you don't notice any real drop-off. Barsh plays it back to her keeper, who punts it down towards midfield. Cats send it back and look to get their offense going. On the very far side, Maggie Mateus putting some good pressure on that right point. She sticks with it. Feeds it back up towards the top. And the ball will just be sent out of bounds, but Oviedo is going to come back into the game and take out that third freshman. Allie Price will check out. So the three freshmen that just got their minimal opportunity in this game did so very successfully. It almost seemed like their offensive attack was the most sustained pressure the Cats had in this second half. DeRio, Price, and Green all deserve a pat on the back for that one as the Cats send one towards the net, but not a real threat. Schneider brings it from left to right now. And the freshman group is something that Christy Huizenga talked about as far as needing experience, but also well tested in the last couple weeks. They've had ups and downs and are ready for the playoffs. But the youngest team in America East is taking the ball now. Veronica Morier sends one towards the front. Played up in the air by Kara Fleet. Fleet's gotten a lot of good time here. And they'll just send the ball all the way back up top, hoping it doesn't trickle out of bounds, but it will. And UMass Lowell will hang on to it. Angelina Joyce is a freshman playing in the middle for the Riverhawks here. She's a recent addition to this game, as Julia Rabito is going to check back in at the midfield spot. Here's a whistle. And Allie Anderson is going to hop out. Another freshman who's done well, and Anderson was ready to throw that ball in, so we're going to have to wait a couple seconds as time continues to tick. 5.5 to go here in the second half, and two teams that are no strangers to overtime are right on the brink of it unless somebody strikes. Overtime will be golden goal, and what a better way to clinch something. Each team the opportunity to clinch. One home field advantage, one the first playoff spot in school history. Here's Barsh at the top. Finds Rachel Morier, who punts it down low towards Vieira. Vieira hasn't had it in a while. Burgestadter gets it off her. There's that side step to the left. She gets to the 18, pushes it towards Veronica Morier. Morier, a shot towards the net. Defensive stop in front. Still opportunities, though. Morier tries to split a couple of defense and sends it back up top. Here's Barsh with it again. And Barsh is knocked to the ground, and there will be a foul, and now that's a big, another opportunity for a set piece here. The vet Jenkins knocked her down, and you gotta believe that Morier is gonna take this one. She wants a new ball, and I trust her. 4 minutes to go in the game. This is a pivotal moment. Cats setting up defensively, and one of the best players in America East is set to boot this thing off. Here's Morier. Shot towards the net. Scooped in front. Rebound opportunity and a goal. Just like that, it's 2-1 with 4 minutes to go in this game. Angelina Joyce, her first career goal, and it's a beauty and a massive goal that very well could send her team to the first America East playoffs in the school's history. She's played in 12 games. She has not recorded a college point until that. And who set it up but Rachel Morier? A vet connects with a freshman. And now UMass Lowell has to sit on a 1-goal lead for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Christy Huizenga said they're not playing to tie, they're playing to win this game. And now all they have to do is tie it up, but they've got limited time to do so. Cats forcing their issue early. Sent into the box. On the right side with it. DeRio. She looks in. Is stripped away, and the ball's turned over. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Riverhawks just trying to send the ball back towards Catamount territory. And And the Cats turn the ball over, know they have to work quickly. Comeback victory is needed. And now UMass Lowell will take over as they just look to sit on some clock. Throwing the ball in on the far side. Launch towards Veronica Morier and Emily Nelson. There's the goal scorer who is poked away, and the Cats will take it over. They just send the ball out of bounds. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. That goal absolutely electrified the UMass Lowell bench, and it will likely be remembered as the biggest goal of the season as it sends them to the playoffs. Ball sent all the way down the right side. Cats looking to sustain some kind of pressure, but Abigail Drezik takes over in the corner. She just lets the ball roll out as it'll be a goal kick for Julia Schneider. Tick, tick, tick. That's what the Cats are looking at. 1 goal difference. They need it. It's the last game of the season for them. They'll finish with 13 points if they don't tie this thing up. Which would very likely mean a start on the road in the America East playoffs. Ball's popped up. Oviedo with it. She's found the back of the net already. Cats looking to get some pressure going. Up the right side, now towards the middle. Stepping up, and nice grab by Schneider. Risky move from the senior, but a veteran move nonetheless. The Cats had a big opportunity there. She steps all the way out of her net, takes it away. Christine Berry was there to finish it, but she sits on it and says no. Here come the Cats now. Pressuring on Burgestadter. A minute to go in this game. UVM needs a goal. It's Oviedo up the left side. And a nice defensive stop from Rachel Morier. Seen how special she can be already. Again, Oviedo. Here's West. A centering pass. Nearly slapped away. Oviedo tried to recover the opportunity. Couldn't do so. At the top, here's Ella Bankert. Bankert pressured. Trying to take it herself. Now finds the foot of Marsengrab. Sends it towards the middle. UMass Lowell punts it the other way. 20 seconds to go. Chasing it down Joyce, and it'll just roll out of bounds, but UVM has 15 seconds. They need to score to keep the game alive. 10 seconds. Ball's punted out of bounds. Quick throw-in will come for the Riverhawks, and the celebration and the countdown begins to our right. For the first time ever, UMass Lowell women's soccer will play for an American East title, and it starts with a win against the UVM Catamounts. Final score here, 2-1. The Cats finish the regular season 4-3-1 in conference play, 6-8-3 overall, and it will all come down to the tournament for them. They'll get a bye week on Sunday. UMass Lowell, though, has one more game and an opportunity to jump up and possibly even take the number 1 spot, but they've clinched. That is what the goal was for Mira Novak in this group today, and they'll play Stony Brook on Sunday with an opportunity to get a bye, home field advantage, or even the top spot in the conference. We thank you for listening tonight on Catamount TV. Final score 2-1. Shots 9 aside. Fouls 8 for the Catamounts, 6 for the Riverhawks. And again, the final here from the last game at Virtue Field of the 2018 women's soccer season. 2-1, Lowell over Vermont. I'm Michael Learin. Thanks very much for listening. We'll see you soon from Catamount TV.